it's a bit unfortunate that we're in the situation where we are, where we don't have too many teams in Korea anymore.
Rip Black.
I say that like yeah, a lot of that comes down to like a lot of the Chinese teams have of course like suffered as well.
Latin American. Well, I guess it's the same kind of.
Yeah, Black Knight is a Brazilian team.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, they probably get hit harder.
Yeah, that was some interesting news to hear that Black Knight did disband. The writing
Literally a day after they picked up Ragnarok.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised they picked up Ragnarok because it's been known that they've been having some financial issues for a while. I don't know if you remember this, but a couple of months ago they shrunk their SC2 roster. They let go of, I think it was Eric. Yeah,
I think Hero as well.
Yeah, Hero as well. They let go of a bunch of their players. Yeah.
But yeah, all is all it is. And here, speaking of all that it is, we are going to be spawning onto Pillars of Gold. The pillars that hold up the golden wall. They're like accented there. Makes it look nice and whatnot. But speaking of which, here we are in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, where we do see the Blues coming down all the way from the land of Korea. He is absolutely in top form, dominating his group last Saturday. Let's see what he's going to show for us today. We have Sola, currently teamless.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player representing himself as he is also teamless. It is MoRiArTy.
And I would have gotten away with it too.
If it wasn't for you damn meddling kids.
Yeah, that's something that he says, right?
Why? This just reminds me. Why is there no player called Sherlock? Right?
Copyright maybe?
They're gonna get sued.
No, wait, but that doesn't make sense because we do have Armani.
We do have Armani. Well, I mean, he does, own the fashion brand. So.
He does.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's cool that we have a MoRiArTy though. We got one half of the puzzle.
Exactly.
It would have been perfect if he went up against Max Angel, but yeah.
Well, we'll see if that's to come. As Estrella has also signed up today.
He did. He is working his way up the upper half of the bracket. I love that he went up against the big cat himself, especially because, like, in my mind, in this like animated series of Max Angel adventures, Micah is like a mob boss cat with the top hat. It's it's beautiful.
He's the fat cat.
Yes, he is. It's the big cat, if you will.
Yeah, nodding along here. But we do start to see MoRiArTy living up to his name here, as he is going for that Stargate opening.
Yeah, as of course that is what MoRiArTy is known for, and yeah, we'll see. I like this, a little bit less of that Twilight Council opener, a little bit more variety, seeing some Stargate openers. It's really cool to see, especially in recent times. I don't know if it was casting with you, but we've seen a lot of like Twilight Council into Dark Shrine.
I remember those.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if... I feel like I had to have cast it, right? But now looking back, I'm like, what did I cast in the past 2 weeks? Not a lot is the answer.
Yeah, it's been really common in recent times. I know Yoda and I have casted a lot of it. It's like, wow, like this is really coming back into fashion. It's really interesting. But yeah, more of a standard Stargate opener here.
Yeah, open up with the Phoenix. We'll have to see how many Oracles MoRiArTy is going to commit to here. As that will determine just how unhinged MoRiArTy is or isn't.
Yeah, and of course we do have to bear in mind that MoRiArTy is in an uphill battle right now. He's not up against Sherlock quite, but he's up against Solar, one of the best Zerg players in the world. So I'm curious to see how he plays this out. And surprisingly, he's going for a second Phoenix after this first. Oh!
And there we have it. A Mass Phoenix is going to be what we're going to see here from MoRiArTy.
I love this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
I was just going to say, this is something that could be a bit of a risk here for MoRiArTy. It's very high risk, very high reward. With the right control, Mass Phoenix can absolutely snowball in a PvZ.
Yeah, definitely. And I was about to say that because he had one Oracle being made, I was gonna be like, oh, like normally after you kill this Overlord, we could see a second Stargate being thrown down. But I was thrown off because it's like, oh, well, he's making an Oracle, and typically you go like Mass Phoenix, right?
Yeah, right at the start.
Yeah, so that sending one Oracle out to begin with is a little bit misleading, and Solar, because he hasn't gotten the full scout off, he may just think it's a regular Stargate opener.
That he may, and he's not really playing it as if it's a regular Stargate opener. He is going for that Roach Warren, which, you know, it's pretty standard no matter what build you're up against.
Yeah, definitely, and I like this as well. Ling's already here at the third base location, denying that third base, forcing more units out here. Oh, he's gonna get the... Okay, I thought he was gonna dive on the probe.
Yeah, not quite yet. Besides that, there are bigger fish to fry. These queens are going across the map. Solar is all in right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he has stopped drone production. He's making nothing but Lings and Roaches right now. He is a little bit supply blocked, or he's just making sure he doesn't get some, and
I'm a
little bit worried.
This is kind of a perfect counter to what MoRiArTy is throwing out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's
definitely
not a lot of army supply that you can really have this early in the game when you're going for this sort of opening. You do have a lot of Phoenixes, and you can try to lift these queens up, but yeah, for the most part, there's just gonna be too much firepower for the third player.
Like, you have very limited amount of Phoenixes, you have very limited amount of energy as well, so it's so difficult to deal with this, and the army is here, the Phoenixes are coming back home, but, oh my god, with all these queens, like, MoRiArTy, oh god, the wall goes down.
Now, I don't actually remember, is this enough queens to two-shot Phoenix? It seems like it is, but it doesn't matter. Guess we're not going to find out. GG is called. Solar takes game number 1.
GG. Wow. And yeah, you were talking about high risk, high reward, where going for that double Stargate, it does leave you vulnerable for early aggression. I will say that it does okay against like a Baneling bus, because you can do Banelings, but yeah, for a push like that, Solar just had exactly what he needed.
Exactly, the perfect counter there. And I kind of feel like Solar was planning to go from the all-in right from the start, right? Because let's be honest, does anybody like playing on Pillars of Gold? Probably a lot of players, but I'm just clouding myself a little bit there. But yeah, it's kind of funny how those sort of scenarios, right, where you decide to go for this plan and it's just perfect for what you're up against.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's more of there may or may not be more of that to come here, Light, as I'm looking at our second map.
Oh boy. Yep. We are going to be loading into Everdream, which is, a little bit known for its aggression, as the rush distance isn't quite long at all. It's quite short. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out.
I'm just agreeing with you there. Solar can't go for an all-in 2 games in a row, can he?
Oh no, yeah, he can.
Might. He has been known to do that from time to time, and they have worked for him pretty well. But we'll see how it plays out here as we do spawn into Everdream LE. I feel like I have a bit of a Pavlovian response there for Everdream Light, as it's not quite World Sleepers, but it's getting there.
If only they were together, man.
Ideally Edle. Now you go to the World of Sleepers so that you can dream evermore, or something like that, yeah. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we do have the Blues coming down all the way from the land of Korea. Currently teamless, but will be representing the meme clan, or not meme, but rather more like a friendly clan. Into the clan, we have Solar. Panel.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player representing himself as he is teamless. It is MoRiArTy.
I just thought of the dumbest thing, like...
What'd you think of?
I want Solar to hold... to represent a team, like, you know, far into the future. Solar is either gonna own a team or work for a team. I want him to be the representative and to do press conferences, just so I can say that it's the Solar panel. SMH my head.
You know what I would like along those lines? I would like him to just host a talk show. Just
and call it the Solar panel. That's much better.
I think that's a little bit more realistic as well.
It is, yeah. Solar, if you're ever gonna start a podcast, that name is free to use.
Yeah. I would love that. So yeah, Crank, get on that. But yeah, we'll see how MoRiArTy plays this out. Interestingly, he is going for a Robo first.
Yeah, not gonna be Twilight Council into Robo, not gonna be Stargate into, just straight up Robo.
Yeah.
Okay then, let's see what he has planned.
This is a little bit more old school. This is a little bit more out of meta. Like Stargate and Twilight Council openers are a lot more common. So yeah, MoRiArTy, pretty kind of interesting. We'll see if he's opting to go for like this big immortal push, if he's going for a fast Robo just for Warpism. Yeah.
This is the very old school style of Soul Train, isn't it? Like, I'm talking way back in the days of around 2012, right? Where your main priority was going to be those immortals. You want to pump out those immortals as soon as and as quickly as you can. MoRiArTy going for the Warp Prism first, which is going to be in the rally of this Overlord. Unfortunately, this wall is not a wall light!
I was about to say that Lings are flying across the map. Solar's making nothing but Lings right now. They are on the way. Oh my god, there's nothing. There's no Twilight Council either. It's just probes right now, and he's going to be able to focus on the pylon. Those things are finally here, and this could be a fast game.
Right, here comes the hot pickup. Where's the juggling light? Production, or most of the production has been taken out. There is no warp gate available here for MoRiArTy. Pretty good body blocking, but it's not going to be enough when there are that many Lings. GG is called. And yeah, Solar, in about less than 10 minutes, has just won that best of 3. 2-0.
GG. And I was about to say that because MoRiArTy was going for that opener, there was no second gateway at the natural, so the wall, like, you know, he was missing a building there anyway, and the Overlord did have vision on that wall and did see that it wasn't a full wall off, so Solar, he just link flooded.
And on Everdream, no less.
Yeah.
The second shortest rush distance map in this current pool. That's, yeah, when you see an opportunity like that, you just have to take it, and Solo's got to be smiling right now. He's got to be pretty happy about that. MoRiArTy, though, he's probably thinking, I could have gotten away with it, man. If it weren't for that meddling Solar.
Yeah. GG, well played, and I do really... Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I do kind of like the idea that MoRiArTy was going into, right? Going into that sort of old school immortal drop, and by old school I mean about 2017, 2018 style of immortal harass. It's kind of fallen out of favor ever since 2019, but I'm a sucker for nostalgia.
Yeah, and if people want to tune in to Stats vs Nice, the lobby was posted, but I did poke my head in. Rifkin is covering Stats vs Nice, so they can go ahead. Yeah, they can go ahead and do that. Solar does advance to face Rex.
Ooh, that's gonna be ZvZ to watch here.
That is definitely a ZvZ to watch, and I'm very tempted. But I'm honestly very surprised Demi versus Speedslurk still hasn't finished. Hurricane is still waiting for them.
Has it not?
Yeah.
What is going on there?
I couldn't tell you, but I'm intrigued, to say the least. So yeah, that's interesting. Black Mamba versus TY is still going on as well, so Silky is waiting for them. Probably the biggest thing is Armani did 2-0 Australia.
Ooh.